Hey guys, welcome. We're back after a little bit of a hiatus. This is Stadia Party Chat Podcast, episode number 38. We're coming at you on the May 2-4 weekend for Canadians. It's May 22nd here. And so welcome, bienvenue to the Stadia Party Chat Podcast, a cloud gaming talk show where two Canadian hosts chat about everything Google Stadia in the past week and the latest on Bungie's Destiny 2. So, without further ado, let's jump into it and talk about what we've been playing. Now, both Nads and myself have been away from Stadia for a little bit. I know I've been on vacation and whatnot, and Nads has been on something or other. But welcome back to the podcast. My super co-host, leveling up the podcast as always, Sebastian.
Hey, thanks. Welcome back too. Yeah, I was gone for a little while. I was away on a camping trip, I could say, and I didn't have any internet, so I was stuck with my phone without internet. So I didn't play any Stadia, but when I came back, I was able to play a little bit more Destiny 2, catch up in the the Guardian game event. Pretty nice what they did there. I'm just sad I wasn't there for that, but it's all right. In my spare time, I was able to spend some time with the nature and play on my phone. So I was able to download some games. I was didn't need data to play, so that's why I did. That was pretty much it. Like I played some Terraria because I really like playing it on Stadia, so I was like, I'll go back into that. So that's what I did, and that was pretty much me. Other than that, like some Destiny 2 the last couple of days, and haven't been following much of the news too because I had difficulty to get any like signal where I was. So to the point where I couldn't even load the page. So it was a little bit rough, but I made it through, and now I'm back, and I got full speed internet at home. So it's great.
Oh
How
yeah,
about
you just
yourself? What did you play
logging into
lately?
that 4K. Yep.
Yeah. It was so nice, yeah. Like I was able to play on my phone from time to time, and then like I got back home and I jumped on my screen at 4K. I was like, oh my god, the difference, right? So it's like, yeah, that's a pretty amazing.
Yeah, for myself, I've been away and when I'm just trying to actually disconnect and stay away from screens for a little bit. But when I got back, I was feeling a little bit of an itch, and a lot of people are saying it's symptomatic of Stadia right now, but the library was just seeming a little bit stale. So I did
Mhm.
go through Steam and I downloaded Elden Ring, a non-cloud game. Crucify me now. But yeah, so that's been consuming my time. And what I will say about it is that it is so perfect for the cloud. Like I would love to stream that game 4K flawlessly. I would love to have no loading times on that. The co-op seems really great. I mean, localize it to just Stadia community. I don't even care. Like that's fine with me. Um, and the game is just so massively huge that I just feel like it lends itself to a cloud game because yeah, it's just so big to download at the same time, and like downloading games is horrible. Like I do
Yeah.
not like doing it. Like I don't like how much space it takes up, and I was in protest the whole time the meter was going. Um, but
And
yeah, that's been my dilemma. But back to Stadia, they did have an announcement which drew me right back in, which was the City Skylines coming to
Mhm.
Pro as a hidden Pro title this month. Wow. Okay, so I'd never
Yeah.
played this game before. Apparently, it always stays in the top games played on Steam. As well, I went to school for architecture, so I was just like had an architecture erection. Get it? Because buildings are erected. Anyways, um, yeah, I mean it is a lot of fun. It's very Sims like, it's a simulation game, but planning out the roads, zoning out your areas. I learned, right off of the bat, you want to build like roads and expand everywhere, but you should really expand slowly because you
Mhm.
start off with a small budget and build one main road and then make sure you hit it as a priority load so it gets lights and you don't have traffic accidents. And then make sure that your commercial is on the outside roads. And then another big hint is after your priority road, use dirt roads because they're much cheaper and they accomplish the same thing. So that helps your budget a lot. And just doing a lot of these things, like actually going into the budget tab and reducing the amount of electricity or water you're producing as a city to keep your numbers at the right place. And then just don't forget to go back and adjust it because you don't want your population dying of several things like happened to one of my cities. Um, it's a lot of fun. I like it. It's been one simulator that I've really dove into, and I can't say I've dove into like any simulator in a very long time.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent game to get into. I'll probably get into it, and even my wife, she was excited to hear it was free on Stadia because she could play also, and she doesn't need to worry about downloading it and stuff like that. And we got Premio Yornik saying that he's enjoying it. Very good game to play. I need to get into it, and yeah, he's talking about the new tool that Stadia is working
Dude,
on.
I hope so. Yeah.
The porting tool that they've been working on for the past, let's say 6 months, to like convert any exe file or game into like the Linux. So basically, taking a game from Steam or like anything from PC and converting it to playing on Stadia on their server. That'll be amazing. Yeah,
Oh, that's what
probably
he's
the
saying. Do you see that?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
saying that
exactly.
it's the first game to use the porting tool. So this game
Exactly.
was a Windows game that they used the
Hmm.
porting technology.
So I wonder if it's like they're testing it at the moment with this game, and then they're gonna be able to prove to everybody else that yes, it's working. Please do go ahead and port your games using this tool. And again, like it's with Google too, and it has some sort of intelligence into it. So as you do a porting from one time, it will remember how you did the porting, how you use certain tool within it. So then over time, it's just gonna build up all of it. So next time the company or the publisher wants to like port their game, it's probably a copy and paste from the previous game because of the like the same engine they're using. Like if you look at Ubisoft, which engine they're using, Snowflake. I'm not sure. I think it's Snowflake or something like that. And then like other company using Unreal Engine 5 or something like that. So I think it's gonna make things easier. And going back to Elden Ring, like being like so much a massive game and being so easy to play on Stadia. This game has been in the work for many years. A little bit similar to Cyberpunk, but let's say that Elden Ring, I think, was a little bit longer before it came out, basically. And then I guess the result is there. And I don't know if they're gonna ever do it. I know we had the petition going on. It's at 2,300 and something. I think a lot of people are giving up and just buying it for Steam on PC. For sure, on PC, it's always going to be massive and stuff like that. But for people not able to play it, like because their PC is not doable, like you just bought a new PC, did you have your graphic maxed out on the game?
Well, yeah. So it recommended that I go 2K for
Mm-hmm.
my graphics card. But I mean, to be honest, like I get scared when my computer sounds like a power plant,
That's
and it
just
had
it.
my GPU at like 99%.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
yeah,
just it. It's very demanding. Those games are quite demanding nowadays, and your GPU might be like 12 gig of RAM too. And like, yeah, it's
16,
gonna 16 gig.
16.
There you go. And then it will max out the entire time. Where with in Stadia, like you don't have those issues, right? And
No.
I think that's the big difference from playing on the cloud gaming versus PC. But like then you don't have those issue with PC if like you're like me going away on a trip for 3 weeks and then not having any internet. So
Yeah.
that's like the difference, really. Yeah, but I'm quite excited to see what's coming up. If like they were able to release City Skyline and then it's working perfectly, I'm probably gonna be jumping into that. But that might be the first, the beginning of something. There's no news about Stadia in the last couple of weeks, but I can see something coming up soon. Summer is right around the corner, and they're gonna come up with I know they Google I/O was recently. They came out with a bunch of stuff from Google. Showed a new phone, the new Pixel 7 coming out in the new year. There's like a lot coming up, and I think they're just gonna involve themselves more into that.
Yeah, the Pixel Pad as well, but people got a little worried when the Games tab was removed from Google Store, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one step forwards, two steps back.
We'll see what happened. I don't think they're yet to be gone. Maybe they changing something within their infrastructure. But they say Stadia's there to stay, so we'll see what happened, right?
Yeah. Other than that, I did run through like the first level of K's and the masks of K's and the masks. It's the one of the new pro games for this May. It's like
Oh.
a platformer, really well done. I mean, if you're fans of like Sonic or it just really gave me like a Sonic feel, to be honest, without like the loop-de-loops. But like retro style gaming, really good animations. Seems like a heartfelt story. Your brother gets turned into like a ring in the first 5 seconds. So yeah, you're on the way to unlocking. So I really look forward to playing more. And yeah, it's really cool title. I'd recommend it if you have it sitting in your May Pro titles and you like platformers.
Okay. Yeah, is that one where like you gain different power as you go up, different masks and you can transform? Is that right?
So I haven't actually gotten any masks, and but I did beat the first level 100%. But I assume the first level is like just a tutorial, and I
Yeah.
popped off. But yeah, I mean, I'll get through it. I mean, I like those types of games. They're fun little mindless platforming types. So
Yeah. And
it reminds me a lot of like Monster Boy. If you've
mm-hmm.
played that one on Stadia, which
Yeah.
I mean, I love that series ever since I was a little kid. So,
And then
um,
run well overall, right?
oh, I think Monster Boy runs at 120 FPS on
Mm,
Stadia, which is pretty crazy. I know they
that's
had a
good.
tweet about that. I just wish that company brought more of their games to Stadia, but we'll see. Yeah, I know. I think we have Primo Yannick here talking about Jade Raymond's comments back in the day about
Mm-hmm.
how she was concerned about Stadia not having enough games. Luckily, Nads and I play Destiny, so it's a pretty convenient place to play it on 4K.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that keep me going. It's like to play Destiny 2, because it's a live service. Any other live service are quite similar. Like I think a live service will keep you playing, coming back to it. Like if you think you have it on the console, something's gonna make you go back and play on it, right? Mm.
Yeah. Oh, Jade Raymond. Yeah. Primo. Yeah, I think she opened up a new studio now, and they got purchased, if I'm not mistaken, by Sony. I
Mm.
think it was Haven Studios. So, I mean, super awesome that she found success, and I wish her the best.
Yeah, nice. All right.
Let's get into the cast. So, usually we jump into the TWAB,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, I wanted to point this out. So last time on the podcast, I mentioned Grime T-shirts. They were having a little promotion. I thought I'd go out and support these guys because I mean their game's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice shirt.
Sweet. All right. Do you want to jump on the TWAB there?
Let me do the sharing of the screen.
All right. So I missed a couple weeks of the TWAB, but like overall, if you want to go all the way to the top.
Oh yeah, I was reading it.
There's so next week on Tuesday we got the new season starting, and like we mentioned before, there's nothing. They don't announce anything. We don't know what's gonna happen. What's the name of the season? There probably like some speculation, I'm guessing, but we'll see what happens, right? So this week at Bungie, they talk about so they have this Black at Bungie. I guess it's like they're a supporting group. Like they have a bunch of foundation there to help, like I guess black people at Bungie. So quite interesting. So if you are up for it, just go on there and you can support them. And then they're talking about a terrorist attack in Buffalo. I don't. Is that like the terrorist attack that happened a
Yes,
couple
so that
years
may
ago?
have happened while you were away.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know if you
totally
heard
missed
about it.
that. I'm completely out of the news. So there we go.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
bad.
that's crazy. I was thinking the Boston racing, but like, yeah, those things still happen. Terrorists are still there. So yeah, terrible. I wish like that. Like I'm happy to see Bungie supporting all kind of stuff like that with their foundation. I think they're trying to get like very close to the community, which is great. If you want to scroll down, we'll talk about. So we got the end of the Guardian game. If you haven't yet, you can just go and participate to the closing of the Guardian game. I think at the end of the day, Warlock's gonna win from the look of it. They won many times, and Hunter and Titan are equal. So yeah, at they're gonna start changing all the event a little bit. So, and they're gonna start with the solstice event, which is gonna start on the 19th of July. Basically, what they're gonna start doing. If you remember the solstice event, you get your armor and you get to do different challenge to upgrade it. Well, they're gonna change a little bit the armor objective. I don't know if they're gonna make it easier or harder, but I can't wait to see. There's like some mention about re-rolling the stats of your armor too. I don't know if you're gonna keep the same armor and just re-roll it or something. But quite interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do with that exactly, but they give a little glimpse about it. If you want to keep scrolling down there, the new thing they're gonna start doing, the EAZ, is called the Bonfire Bash. So they're gonna change a little bit the activity. Instead of running and killing ads, specific ads, and collecting certain things, you will have to protect like some sort of flame or fire, and there's gonna be a wave of enemy coming at you. I think it's just to make it easier for people, right?
Yeah.
So that should be quite interesting to come up. The next thing they're gonna come up with is the event card. So they're gonna change it slightly. The event card will be it's similar to the seasonal challenge, and then you're gonna have within it you're gonna have event challenges, event seal and title, and uniques event uniques rewards. So the event card is gonna be like I said, similar to the seasonal challenge. You're gonna have to complete certain things in it, but the event challenge that will be to come. It will be a card you're gonna get from Eva Lavente, and by completing some of the challenge, you're gonna earn like specific rewards. You're gonna have also an event seal and title, which can be guild. I can be also track, and there's gonna be a multi-event seal. So I'm quite interested to see that. I don't know exactly how that's gonna turn, but yeah, pretty interesting what's coming up. If you scroll down, there's a picture of the card, how it's gonna look like. There we go. So, and I guess like as you do the event throughout the year, it's gonna accumulate. Like you're gonna be able to gild it similar to all the other cards. And also there's like I mentioned previous 12 that they're gonna change the Crucible seal. So it's not on this 12 but previously. So like there's gonna be like a few changes like coming up there. As it mentioned there, the event challenge and event seal and title. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on, if you keep scrolling down, we got the new dungeon coming up on the, what is it? The date is the 10th.
dungeon diving?
No, yeah, so 27th of May at 10 a.m. So that's like on the reset, isn't it?
Friday.
No, it's on the Friday. So then the new dungeon is coming out. We don't know the name of it yet. At least I don't know. I haven't seen anywhere. But yeah, a new dungeon. I'm quite excited for it. It's going to be available at 10 a.m. Pacific on the Friday. So you need to be at least at 1550, which we all are. So I'm thinking like we're going to go up 10 light level for the next season. So that's my guess, unless they decide to stop the powering level. And then there's going to be also a master difficulty on day one, so to make it like a challenge. So if you have a team of 3 that want to challenge a master difficulty, that'll be perfect. Excuse me. So yeah, and there's gonna be like legendary armor set. There's gonna be a bunch of new equipment, so quite interesting to see. So that's the picture for the trials of Osiris. So they're gonna do some modification to the trials and new armor. So I think they mentioned previously is that the armor is going to be rotating, so we're going to be able to get previous armor from other season, so that's going to be a little bit better.
You see this? This mask gives me like baboon face.
Yeah, exactly. I was looking at that. Quite interesting mask there. Baboon face. It's like a monkey, right? It's a type of monkey, right? Because all the other one is like the Titan that has horn, and then the Warlock has some sort of feathers on the side. Quite interesting. And then there's also a sparrow you can get with feathers all around it. It's like almost like a bird. The Falcon Chase Sparrow. So that's going to be available to get, I guess. So yeah, new stuff coming up. All right, if you keep scrolling down, they have the Gauntlet 2022. I guess it's a Bungie Foundation again. It's a head-to-head tabletop tournament full of fun. It's to help raise fund for the SEER recipient Zeno Matt. Zeno's mission is to spark joy and inspire love of math in young children and family through racial equity and family engagement. So again, another like fun activity. If you do some donation, you'll get that nice greenish and gold, I guess, emblem. So I'm colorblind, but I see like it's green, right? So there you go. You can donate between May 15th to May 22nd. So you can start donating now. And that's for the Bungie Foundation. So there's some update coming up because we know the new season is going to come up. So update 4.1.0 release schedule. So it is still season, is saying season redacted. So we'll see how it goes. And the maintenance going to take a part of the day as usual. No, it's going to be gone for 4 hours, maybe longer, who knows. Hopefully they're going to be able to...
What's this season called? What's the season called again?
Season of Redacted.
No, I mean the one we're in right now. Is Season of the Risen?
Yeah, Season of the Risen. So we're gonna follow on with the story with cattle and well, maybe it's gonna switch because it was a little bit about um the the cabal and the fact that we got now like with the the Witch Queen was part of it with like the Hive having ghosts, and then now they were doing some testing on them. What's gonna happen? I think it's just like this season was just setting the what's was coming. I'm hoping to see like something about like Rasputin coming back. I think that's gonna be one of the season this year. I don't know if it's probably the dungeon's gonna be related about Rasputin. That would be cool. Maybe we can like see some Siva like stuff or anything like that.
I think we're going to be shocked. I think it's going to be season of the invasion. All the pyramids are going to come back. We're going to have to deal with like taken invaders everywhere. And that's why they're not telling us, but we'll see.
Yeah, and the other thing we're gonna see, it's like it was Solar 3.0, so I'm quite excited for that.
Maybe not, right? They're saying that we don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, it's hopefully it's Solar. If it's not, it's gonna be Arc. I'm happy with any of them. If you want to get yourself ready, there's some like nice build for Solar and Arc. You can do for your Titan, your Warlock, and your Hunter. Look it up online. A lot of YouTubers like have created different build and getting ready for next season. One of the big thing for next season, they're talking about machine gun being the thing now because of some of the buff they're gonna get on the sandbox. So I'll be quite interested about that. They're mentioning like there's a couple reward you want the last chance to claim them, so go for it. Some of the pin and long sleeve shirt. That long sleeve shirt Cyanide Operator looks pretty cool though. I'm like, I'm considering it, but I'm not sure yet.
Well, it's your last chance, right? You
Yeah.
got 2 days.
And there's some in-game reward you need to claim before the end of the season. Vow, Disciple, and Blame. So I guess... Oh, okay. There's some triumph associated for this season. Oh, it's like doing the contest mode, so nothing to worry. If you complete the contest mode, you need to claim it.
We did not.
No, we didn't make it until the end. But yeah, I still need to complete so many stuff around like I haven't done. And that's pretty much it. It's like some known issue. When they're gonna fix it, I'm not sure. Probably on the reset, probably not. And that's pretty much it. There's some video of the week. I haven't seen this one there. He's like building a new PC. Oh, that's always
play
nice.
Music and then get in trouble.
Yeah, and what's the next one? Trampoline.
In trampoline.
So
montage. Oh, this
PvP.
must be for the winner of the Guardian games, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Warlock thing, yeah. Well, I don't know what's gonna be this season. Probably it's gonna be a little statue again, right? For the Warlock.
Yeah, maybe.
Nice art piece from the Titan there. Cool. Some art piece. I always like the people, how much like effort they put in those art pieces, huh?
Yeah. Holy crap. Like, what is this, a drawing?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Exactly, right? That's pretty cool. Pretty sweet.
Peaceful date. Okay.
Before you go, we got one last spear to throw. What the hell is that?
Okay. Designed to stop the unstoppable. So the Saptic Spear.
Oh, is it a new weapon for next season then?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Can you see it on the big screen?
Yeah, someone is like 3D printing
maybe
it.
Somebody 3D printed it.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe
I
they're
don't know
gonna
if
sell
this
it
is
on
real
the. I don't know. Oh, it's the spear we had like during the season. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
where you use it against the lady, right?
Mhm. Cool.
All right, let's see the
Excuse me.
finished.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'm quite excited for the new season. That should be
Season of
good.
the Risen, yeah. All right.
It doesn't say like this name. What's gonna be the new name? What's gonna happen?
Season of the Redacted ships
Mm-hmm.
now that's left is a weekend of freelance zone capture trials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to jump into trials, it's time. It's a last season before they change everything again. But yeah, that's pretty much the TWAB. But like a lot of unknown. We know there's a lot of change in the sandbox. Um, so yeah, a lot of change in the sandbox. A lot of the new 3.0. There's Southern Arc probably coming. Like a lot of buff on machine gun and other, like the trace rifle is gonna get buffed too. So like get your trace rifle ready, and yeah, probably it's gonna be a season of trace rifle and machine gun. Who knows, right? And then if you didn't get the heir apparent catalyst, you can get it during the Guardian game. So I'll strongly
Yep,
suggest to get
only
it.
time.
I know they nerfed it a few times, but it's still quite powerful with that arc shield you can create. So yeah, awesome. That's it for Destiny for this weekend.
All right. So I know we've been gone for a little bit, so I'll just cover some of the news that, is cool to me because
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm going to do.
Sounds
So
good.
here we go. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I have a thing for this, right?
Yep.
And we're back with the Cloud News Desk. So we have Survivors of the Void expansion arrives for Risk of Rain 2. Now, I got you a little bit hooked into Risk of Rain 2.
Yeah, it's a very good game if you haven't played yet. Amazing. So like
Yeah.
I think that one you don't have to pay for that DLC, I'm guessing.
It says a line here, but I
Oh,
want to say it's included in Pro, but it doesn't say that in the
yeah.
store. And unfortunately, I haven't gone in to check it out yet. So I'm just gonna say it's $11.99 expansion for now. But
No, it's
yeah, I mean,
$16.99 on Stadia. Actually, you have to pay for the expansion.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
so you get 2 more people, 14 new void weapons, 4 new lunar items, 18 normal items, 5 new stage equipment items, new stages, new enemies, alternate ending, new interactables, and I'm sure a couple secrets along the way. Yeah, pretty cool game. I mean, I always recommend Risk of Rain. It's a great little roguelike shooter for sure. I don't even know if you call it third person. I don't know, survival roguelike.
Yeah, third person platformer a little bit.
It's so hard. Risk of Rain?
Yeah.
Risk of Rain's not
It's
hard, dude.
no, it's not hard, yeah. You just need to learn how to play with the character.
Yeah, you need to get the loader. The loader is so good.
Well, you need to get there first. Yeah, I found like the first few character, you need to get the hang out of it. And you cannot just rush in and go and destroy everything. You got to take your time. But
Add
yeah,
us on
it's
Stadia. We'd be happy to take you through a run. I'll get you the loader. You got to make it to like
yeah,
stage
you
5, I
got
think.
me the loader, right?
Yeah. I mean, the loader is the best character. I mean, I want to check out these new 2 characters. One's like a sniper, and the other is like, I don't know, some like alien thing.
Void Fiend. That guy like make me think the Void Fiend make me think of Grime.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Again, another awesome game. Like I play that game on and off from time to time. I'm like halfway now through my second playthrough. Again,
Nice.
like after after the update, it just looks really nice. A lot more like story clip scenes, pretty cool. Well, Risk of Rain, really good. Get into it, get playing.
Yes.
Well, if you struggle with it and finding portals, yeah, that's what it does. So there was like this streamer called Wooly, Wooly, and he just like gives a lot of great advice. You know, if it's your new time, you want to probably go on easy mode. You don't want to crank it up to monsoon on your first try. Find the boss. Don't stick more than like 2 minutes into one level. Really try to get to level 5, and then boom, like you can freeze time. You can put in like get some good artifacts to get you that bit of advantage. Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's a pretty complicated game, and especially if you have random drops, it's hard to like make builds per se if you're just getting it randomly.
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You can get to like absolute unstoppable modes where you just nothing can touch you. Let's pop into what else is happening. So City Skylines was okay, that's popping up. City Skylines was introduced to Stadia.
Yep.
I've been having a blast. You know, you simulate making cities. It's a simulation game. I talked about it a bit in the beginning. You got to manage your budget at the same time. But I look forward to hitting those milestones and unlocking different abilities for the city, because I've gotten so far as the high school, and then unfortunately I poisoned most of my residents because I forgot to lift the sewage back to full capacity. But yeah, I started a new city. These people are doing just fine.
You poison your old city because of the sewage. That's awesome.
Yeah, I abandoned that. Death Run TV. So this is also a roguelike. If I have this description down correctly. And it's like a fast-paced twin stick shooter. So very similar, gives me those vibes of like the Gungeon, Enter the Gungeon. Confirmed for June 1st, so it just like screams out it's either free to play or pro. I think it actually may be free to play.
It might be or it might be for sure gonna be on pro if it's coming out June 1st, right? Or you'll think, right?
And if I heard correctly, like there's Stadia features in this game, because it's like one of those games where you like live stream it to people. And I know on other titles, I believe they're talking about like having Twitch support, so it should have some sort of Stadia support, I would hope.
Yeah, probably YouTube support or something.
This looks crazy and fast paced. Okay, let's see this title again. And that does look a little fast paced. Very similar to Enter the Gungeon, though.
Yeah, I feel like that, but I feel like it's there's a lot more happening.
You know what? I'm getting more and more excited as I watch this little trailer here.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm quite excited for that title, actually.
And we can play co-op, right?
Yeah.
Flex for likes. See, like you want to get likes from the community. Likes plus kills equals prizes. That's an interesting little thing. We definitely gotta put up a stream. Oh, I like that little like explode everything on the screen.
There's probably like some like you pick up some item while you kill ads, and they give you like those extra bonus damage, I guess.
And maybe even the community helps you out too.
Well, that's the thing. If you get more kill and you get more likes, then maybe it gave you all those bonus, right?
Yeah. It's a looking very entertaining little game. Also roguelike, so everything's gonna be switching. Kind of like Miami. Oh, the Miami killing game. That's like very top down though. And like I feel like the Miami game was very punishing in the way of like if you did not get that room right, you had to redo that room. Hotline Miami, yes, that's the game we're talking about. I think both 1 and 2 are on Stadia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we had like the Stadia Pro one. Yeah.
have you
Hold on.
played that game? Hotline?
Yes, I started playing it, but I think I was on my phone. It didn't work well, but there's a little story behind it. It's very what do you call it? There's a lot of blood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not as cartoonish as the other one, but yeah, very interesting though.
Yeah, but I found when I did play it, it was like you had to run through the scenario perfect because it's kind of like one hit death situation.
Yeah.
If you get shot once, you're done.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much.
House of the Dead remake comes on to Stadia, and I know this has been a while. Everybody's already seen and heard of this, but I'm just pissed about this because like it would have been so awesome, and they even advertised that it was going to come with gyro, and it didn't. It did not. So boo. That's my
Yeah, I
rant.
think it came out on multiple platform. Everybody was like kind of playing
Yeah.
on controller. You need like a gun or something like that to play that kind
You
of game.
have to. That's essential for that game, like to get that
Exactly.
nostalgia feeling.
Yeah.
Ubisoft had some announcements. I kept getting stuck. Again, I'm a casual player and always on easy mode. Is this Hotline Miami? Yeah, dude. I couldn't get like that glued into Hotline Miami. Like just getting that one hit kill from the like ads was just so defeating. I mean, even in Elden Ring, you get more than one hit, I feel. Like it's just so punishing. And then it's like I'm playing from 2D. I don't know. I'll play something else.
Need to keep at it, right? Probably gonna go back to it eventually. I found
Maybe
like
if I
those little games might be good to play on your phone. They are easier to play on your phone.
maybe if I'd lived in Miami or if I had some sort of connection to it, I just don't feel the drive to like power through Hotline Miami. Roller Champions from Ubisoft. Very cool. I mean, it sucks that we're getting it at a later date as everybody else. I mean, not very enticing to get it on Stadia, but it's free to play. So, I mean, if you're going to play it somewhere, you may as well not download it and play on Stadia for free. You know what I don't understand 100% is that this seems like it could just simply be a game mode on that other game we got. You
What
know
other
what I'm
game?
talking about? The Riders Republic.
Yes.
Remember
Okay.
Riders
Yeah. Yeah.
Republic where you like
But
drove or
that's Ubisoft, right? Ubisoft like
this
to
is
come up with a
Ubisoft too.
lot. I know that's the thing. Ubisoft like to come up with a lot of game that they quite similar, slightly different. You know what I mean? You know, they came out with Rainbow Six and Rainbow Six Extraction. They came out with a bunch of game. Like they keep producing a lot of game, and I think that's what hurt them. Like,
Yeah.
and then like that again, they came out with that. It's a new idea, competition stuff. The idea is great. I don't know, like you got to do laps and then you got to score it, right?
Yeah, and I
So,
mean like I feel like they're trying to be Rocket League here. It gives
yeah,
me Rocket League
exactly.
vibes.
Yeah, no, totally. They try to do that version of Rocket League. But I
Yeah.
think like sometimes the simpler thing it might be better, and I don't know. Maybe it's gonna catch on into that, right?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, it's not something that's quite exciting me, but like I can see the idea though.
Yeah, I mean Rollerball has never really had its own little title here, so I just feel like it seems like it could just be a game mode, but I'm sure there's been a
Yeah.
lot of work put into it. It seems like there's going to be a lot of microtransactions to make
Yep.
sure your avatar is the best.
Or looking the best, right?
Yeah. But yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we'll get it at a later date, unfortunately. Everybody else will get it in 3 days. And I think they said actually it was announced that we're going to get it in June sometime. But yeah, free to play. I mean, that means it's a title for everybody. So it's great.
Exactly.
Great news. Yes. As you know, Out Outrider. No, what am I saying here? What are these guys' name again? It just slipped my mind.
Outright.
Outright Games. So they had
Yeah.
a huge game showcase. They announced obviously Stadia being a partner. I'm not really going to go into like Super Pets or My Little Pony or DreamWorks Legends of the Nine Realms or Paw Patrol, but Star Trek. Just know that these games are all coming. So if you have kids or you want to keep them entertained,
Mm-hmm.
there's some outright games for them. Yeah, and we had a tower defense game released in the last little bit, Elemental
Mm-hmm.
War. We don't have many tower defense games. I know. Actually, I think we may have actually even talked about that one. And then last, I guess I'll talk about 9 to 5. We played a little bit of 9 to 5 when it first
Yeah.
released.
And there's an
So,
update again now, so maybe it's gonna run smoothly, right?
yeah. So this is the idea. Um, they released a brand new thing. They're saying, "Hey, we're releasing into becoming a full game. We're getting rid of bugs. We're adding new maps." So I know when we played it, we were like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" Like the
Mm-hmm.
glitchiness and the bugginess. That was more like day one. So really looking forward to seeing a more polished title come out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, there was a bit of a letdown, I think, when we first went into it, but
Yeah, because we play it at the beginning, and we tried to play it again. I think when they had an update come out, and it was still laggy. I think was it John Scar was mentioning to put it at 1080p or something like that, or
yeah,
was
you can't play
Sunny?
it in 4K. Yeah,
Yeah, you can play on 4K because it was like just like stuttery and very laggy. It's something with the engine they're using, I guess. But now it might be a little bit better, I'll guess, if they keep improving it. And hopefully, there's gonna be that crossplay with Steam. Oh no, it
yeah,
did
I
like
think we
have that
still
cross.
had the crossplay day one, didn't
Yeah,
we?
but like there's still not a lot of people playing, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to break ground, I think, in the world of first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're adding more stuff, so it's gonna be probably attract like a lot of new people, right? And it's free to play again, like another free to play. It's always good to get more of these like on Stadia.
Yeah, that looks a lot more stable. Like I just remember shooting the gun and it just not going at all where the target was. Or
Mm-hmm.
like getting shot and no one being around, like people shooting through walls and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. And that might be the issue, right? It's like the crossplay might still have those issues because we noticed it too, like on Destiny, where like if you're playing versus Xbox player, like they have the older Xbox, the load time take longer. There's some delay with them, maybe because the Xbox cannot process as well. But yeah, who knows? It could be something similar, or like the registration of the two ping is different, right?
Yeah.
But quite interesting. I think you missed one there that came out this week. It was
Oh, the
Primal.
Far Cry
Yeah,
Primal. Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm just gonna be real when I describe this. This game what came out a couple years, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't and like it's an announcement today. I was just like, you gotta be somewhat disappointed.
Yeah, I guess like the Ubisoft is all coming out with their game on Stadia, right? So you see all the release of Assassin's Creed. I think they're just going through all the game and transferring to Stadia. I don't know if like Ubisoft is trying to push it into Google, say, hey, buy us, because remember a couple weeks ago they were talking that they got some offer to get buy out by other company, and maybe Ubisoft would love to fall under a Google realm or something. Maybe Ubisoft could take care of Stadia and just like develop it like further from there, right? Um, but yeah,
Yeah. It's just
it
hard to get excited about
an
I
older
looked it up.
game, yeah.
8-year-old game. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like a first person shooter, right? Type
Yeah.
style.
Well, if
where
you
you
like
go
Far
around the
Cry
cliff.
6 and you haven't played this one, it's like a slightly different, right? It make me think of Ark, but like Far Cry style, right?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was like, what do they call it? Open world sandbox gameplay. I mean, it just seems like the Far Cry recipe in a different setting.
Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah.
That's probably just it. So, yeah. Cool.
Yes. So I mean, it's just again, it's just hard for me to get like super pumped when this is one of the announcements of the week, an 8-year-old game. Yes, I know Ubisoft puts out some awesome games, like the Roller Skate free to play. Look forward to playing X Defiant whenever that comes on.
That should be on
Heartland,
soon. Yeah.
Heartland, we have coming up. We got the new season. Actually, I don't know if Stadia got the new season. I'd have to look into this, but I know there was a new season for Division 2. I think season 9 announced.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure if
Divisions
Stadia got
2,
that.
Division 2 is still going. Primo there is saying he hasn't bought Far Cry 6. I will recommend Far Cry 6. I had a blast playing it. And there's like some other activity at the end you can do, and there's also like their DLC going to previous like boss or enemy like from other Far Cry. But I really like playing it. I think that was a good play to get. And then like it was I found it run very well on Stadia too, so that was like pretty good.
I think when it first released, it was only 30 FPS, but I think they
Mhm.
changed it.
They
now.
fixed it, yeah. Or like I think it's like on every game, it's like 30 FPS 4K or 1080p 60 FPS. A lot of the games do that on Stadia. I don't know if it's just due to the hardware or something, but yeah.
Yeah, Chris, I was actually talking about at the opening of the show. I just didn't see enough from, and I mean maybe because I only use the Ubisoft, but or sorry, Stadia, but their offering on Stadia just didn't entice me enough to keep the Ubisoft Plus. It just
If you play all the game, then like yeah. Like yeah, you were able to play Valhalla on there and
yeah,
you know the Far Cry, and then you
some Far
play
Cry.
yeah. What's the other
The
game they
what
made?
Scott Pilgrim
Mm-hmm.
Saves the World. I remember played a little bit of that retroness.
Watchdog. You play a lot of Watchdog too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did beat Watchdog.
Mm-hmm.
Legions. I never played the other two. Actually, I think
No.
I do what I always do with games and get to like the very end, and then I'm just
And
like, man,
don't
I'm done with
finish it. Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you still have to finish some game there, right?
Doom. Oh my gosh,
Dude.
that's just sitting on my. Oh, and like I tried to get back into it one time, and like Doom is something where you have to like have the muscle memory for that play style.
Mm.
And just getting back into Doom, like you can't. You need
You
to like
almost have
play a
to
couple
restart
levels.
from the beginning, right?
No, oh my god, so much.
You get back into it.
Yeah, it's cool that Bethesda threw the DLC though for Doom up there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's rock and roll. So it looks like we're done with the news.
Mm-hmm.
As always, we'll be trying to hit up the weekly podcast. Oh, crossplay for FIFA. If you play FIFA and you like crossplay, it's awesome. Know what I love to see? The coolest thing about crossplay on FIFA is on Twitter. Whenever you see Stadia people posting, haha, Stadia, we beat you. And like you can see like Stadia players beating like PlayStation or console players because all of the console players were like, "Oh, we're gonna beat all of you guys, haha." So it's just like a nice little rivalry to
Oh,
really
that's
see there.
funny. That is funny. Do you want to show like video of the week or
Show
like
the
or
clip.
yeah?
Yes. Let me
You
open
start
mine
with
up.
yours.
Let's see. Let's see if I can. Yeah. So this segment, we're done with the news. I want to thank obviously Stadia Source for hitting us up with the news and the Bungie TWAB. Yeah. And so here we're gonna play some clips for the people. And here is my clip of the week. And I took it before the show just because I'm now addicted to this game. But
Nice.
look,
So that's your
it's
new
like
CT.
this is my new city. It's called Hanardo City. I mixed Hannah and Ricardo
And you're
together.
not poisoning anyone, right?
No, look at that positive budget. Look at that. I'm making 2,300. My
Oh, geez.
population is almost. Oh, actually, watch this. Boom! Congratulations, hit that milestone. Oh, that's so good.
That's funny.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm gonna continue working on that city and getting that population up.
yeah. For myself, it's from Destiny 2. I did couple of weeks ago, I was playing with Bliss and we were playing survival, and I just end up like grabbing rockets and having a fun finisher there where I kill like
Oh,
all the rest of the people with the rocket. It was just good,
oh,
well timed, I guess. So it was pretty
nice.
fun. I love that, right? So yeah, that was my video for this week. It was good. We won this game, and I think I had the most kill. Yeah, I had 17 kill just from that. Like the rocket, like was amazing, perfect timing, right? Gotta love it. But yeah, I definitely with Chris there, I need to try a city skyline. I'm probably gonna get into it, and then my wife's gonna come by and be like, I want to play that, and she's gonna steal it from me because she
Oh,
likes that kind of game. She was playing like a couple of games similar to that on PlayStation, not PlayStation, on Xbox and PC. She went back into playing The Sims, so that's the type of game. But now she's playing Halo, and she's having a blast at Halo Infinite. So
oh yeah. Is that
yeah.
were they still Halo Infinite? Was that single player?
No, it's free to play. So the version she has, it's not a campaign. She playing PvP basically.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah, the
yeah.
PvP version.
Hmm.
Well, that's neat.
Now she's already talking about going to Orlando for the next competition and with her
Oh,
team. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe you can like do enjoy a little trip there.
oh yeah. Let me know. Maybe we should go to Florida.
Yeah, that'll be good. But that's pretty much it for my end. Probably gonna be jumping on some Destiny 2 and finalizing some Guardian game before the reset, right?
Yeah, you gotta wrap up everything and get ready for the season of secrets.
Yes, exactly. I've been done. I didn't get a chance to a bounty ord, so I'm just gonna do it the simple way and just like
Yeah,
go
it'll happen.
and do all the bounties as normal. Like I got plenty of time within the season to get 100, so I'll be happy with that.
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, feel free to take and use. I hope it works well.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is. Oh, wait a second. I have an official ending here. Did I close everything? All right. Stadia is awesome. Cloud gaming. Really exciting in that they got the Windows thing to work. I mean, that means we'll probably see Sky Climbers being able to use the technology, hopefully, to bring their game over. Because I know they were talking they needed the Windows Linux stuff.
Well, if you were like part of the Kickstarter for Sky Climber and you got like a Steam key, you had a chance to convert it to a Stadia key. So Stadia has the beta right now. I tried to get one, but was too late to jump on the Kickstarter. I think it was like the end was March 24th or something like that. And I messaged them asking them like, hey, if I buy a key, could I get it for Stadia? They answer back later. They're like,
I
no,
think it's
yeah,
only for
sure.
PC. Yeah.
Well, like, no, that's the thing. So you get the Steam key, and then it'll like a process to get the Stadia key based on that. So then you can start playing on Stadia. So
Uh,
they already started the beta for Stadia, and I think a few people have been mentioning about it. Like, so I can't wait to see Sky Climber come out. I'm quite excited for that game.
yeah, it's been a long time. So guys, thank you for tuning in to the Chat Stadia guys talk about cloud this week. I gotta rewrite that sentence. Jeez. We are back next week at the same time or a different time. Just just tune into Twitter. We'll announce it. But hopefully Sunday, 11 o'clock if we can, 8 o'clock show in the evening if we cannot. But if you miss the Canadian Stadians and want more, add us on Stadia. I'm Rudiggz. My co-host is Nads614, and we look forward to seeing you in the cloud. For some extra support and love to the channel, be sure to subscribe on our YouTube Stadia Party Chat podcast or follow us on social media at Chat Stadia. We are posting game streams and the latest on Stadia titles, as well as Destiny 2 and the TWAB. Of course, this show would not be possible without my awesome co-host, leveling up the podcast as usual, Sebastian.
Yes, it was a pleasure. I'm happy to be back, and we'll try to dig more for Stadia news, right?
Yep. And remember, there's no rules for the architecture of a castle in the cloud. All right, guys. Take care and have fun playing some Stadia.
Yes.